Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and it's the final of the Champions League. It is Inter Milan versus PSG, and I'm going to do a combined 11 between these two teams, and we're going to see who makes it to the combined 11 between the finalists of the Champions League. We're going to start with the goalkeeping department, and it's Donnarumma versus Jan Sommer. And I mean, this is probably one of the hardest goalkeeping decisions I have to make since I've been doing this for the last 1 year. Because both of them have been really amazing. I mean, Donnarumma is one of my favorite goalkeepers currently for the last 4 or 5 years. He's been amazing, whether it be for Italy, whether it was in Syria, now for PSG as well. I mean, he has been amazing. And Sommer himself, I mean, he is a really special keeper. The way he has come in and Inter, and the way that he has he has sort of led the defense. It's the way he controls his box. I mean, he is amazing, and both of them have been really amazing. It's a coin flip between both of them, but I am going with the PSG keeper. I think he is just a bit better than Jan Sommer, and that is why I just think the way that he played against Arsenal in that semi-final, he basically was the man of the match over 2 legs in both the legs in the semi-final. That just shows, I mean, he basically took them to the final. So that is why I'm going for Donnarumma as my goalkeeper. For the right back position, I mean, it's such a hard battle between Dumfries and Ashraf Hakimi. I mean, both of them have been incredible. Both of them love going forward. Both of them score goals. Both of them create. Both of them are really good defensively as well. It is just a really both of them are really special players. And as I said, it's another hard decision for me to make. But I'm going for another PSG player. Unfortunately, I'm going for Ashraf Hakimi. I mean, he's just a special player. Nothing against Dumfries. I chose him in between my Inter and Barcelona combined 11. I went for Dumfries, but I think between him and Hakimi, I think Hakimi is a really is a better defender, player as compared to Dumfries. On the left hand side, this is going to be my first Inter player. I'm going for Marco Di Marco. I mean, he is a really special. Again, just like Dumfries, just like Hakimi, I like players who can contribute. Fullbacks who can go ahead and who can create goals, who can score goals. And Di Marco is one of those players who can really go ahead and going back and forth is really special. And the way that he takes on players, I mean, you just don't you just don't really have a problem when he's on that left hand side. So I'm going for him at the left back. For my centre backs, of course, I keep on saying I don't really like to break centre back partnerships, but when you are in the final of a European Championship, you are of course have to do that. Unfortunately, I'm going to break the centre back partnership. I'm going for one from each of them. I'm going for Marquinhos on that left hand side. I mean, the way he handles themselves, the way he captains PSG. I mean, he's just extraordinary in that defense. You need that type of leadership, especially when you have the two fullbacks who are going to go ahead and you are going to a majority of the time are going to be in the attack. You need that sort of leadership to be able to control that box, to bring that defensive midfielder into your game as well, and to control your partner as well. And the way that he commands that in that box, I think Marquinhos is really special. And with him, I think Bastoni, I mean, that guy has a really special talent. He's just unbelievable on the ball, off the ball as well. And it's one of those ball playing defender that you really like. He can make those long passes. He's so comfortable on the ball, even when he's under pressure. When he has an attacker on him, he just he doesn't really care. And for a centre back to be so good on that ball, I mean, that is really special. So I'm going with Bastoni and Marquinhos as my two centre backs. Coming into midfield, I'm going for a 4-2-3-1 as usual. I'm starting with João Neves from PSG. I'm gonna play him as my number 8. I think he is really special. I think PSG struck gold at the start of last season. They bought him for about 60 million euros, but he has repaid every single penny till now. He is just something really special, and I think he's going to be really great in that midfield. I said in my preview video as well already that I think the midfield battle between these two teams is going to be really important. Any team who wins that midfield battle, in my opinion, is going to win in the final, and he's going to be really crucial for PSG. And with him, I'm going with another player. He's from Inter. I mean, Bastoni. The way he plays, I mean, I don't really have that many words for him because he's been so good for Inter, so consistent every single game. You can really trust Bastoni. He's gonna have that every single game. He's gonna have that 7.88 out of 10 performance, and you can always rely on him to to have a good game. So that is why I'm going with him. And then I am going with Vitinha. I mean, he was the man of the match in the second leg against Arsenal as well. So the way that he controls that midfield, the way that he holds the ball, the way that he keeps players away from the ball. No, it's so sometimes you watch Vitinha play and you feel like you cannot get the ball away from him. That's how good Vitinha is, and you need a player like that in midfield, that when you are under pressure or when you are on the pump, when you are facing counter attacks and whatnot, when you're in a tough situation, to somebody to calm the game down and to just control the ball. And I think Vitinha is one of those players. So that is why I'm having him in my team. Moving forward, it was a really tough decision, especially on that left hand side. There were so many players. I mean, I had about 3 choices from PSG alone for on that left hand position. But I am going with Shakalia. I mean, he has been amazing since he has come in from Napoli in January, and the way that he the way he plays the game, the way that he takes on the opponents, the fullbacks, and he's just special. And the moment you need players like that who can come just come in, cut across from that left hand side and take a shot. Whether you need those types of wingers. I love I like wingers who can dribble past and do everything, but a winger who's really able to come and take a shot and score a goal. I mean, you need to be of a really high class. And being an Arsenal fan, I witnessed that first hand. Stakalia, the way that he plays, the way that he scores the goals. I mean, he's a spectacular player. I mean, he's one of those players who can, as I say in my preview as well, this game is going to be one of those games where there are going to be very few moments, and Stakalia is one of those players who can create that moment within seconds. Out of nowhere he can score a banger of a goal, and that could turn out to be the winner of the game. So I am going with that. And on the right hand side, of course, it is not his preferred position, but I'm going with Ousmane Dembele. I mean, what a turnaround for him. This year at the start of the season he did not even make the Champions League squad for a number of games. He was having problems with his manager, but since the start of 2025 he has scored about 30 goals in about 5 months. He's on an amazing form, and you just cannot keep him out, and that is why I have put Ousmane Dembele on the right hand side. And of course, on the striking position, it is Lautaro Martinez. I mean, you cannot have a Inter 11 without Martinez in it. I mean, it is like whenever Inter are in trouble, they just look at Martinez and he delivers. There have been so many games throughout the season when it looked like Inter were going to lose or Inter were going to end up drawing a game, and Martinez pops up and he scores a goal, and that somehow rescued the points for Inter. He's their captain, and captain fantastic at the moment. I mean, he's just simply sensational. He scored about 20 goals this season, and in a Champions League final. Again, I keep on saying it's about big moments, and he's one of those players who can turn a great moment from out of nothing. So you just have to have him in your team. There's no other option other than that. So yeah, this is my team. This is going to be on the screen. I think I've gone with the right team, and if I had to choose a manager between the two, I would go with Hansi Flick. In my opinion, I think he's a bit better, not that much better, but I still think he's a bit better manager than Inzaghi, and I prefer his playing style much more than Inzaghi. So I'm going to go with Hansi Flick as my manager. But this is my combined 11. It's going to be on the screen here or here somewhere. That is it from me. Let me know what you guys think of my combined 11, and do you agree with it, or would you have changed some players? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I wanted to get to 500 subscribers on the Champions League till the Champions League final. Unfortunately, it has not happened, so please still go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.